Hello, my lovelies. This is what Kyle looks like when he's not moderating my live shows. I know you guys only hear the voice. Hello and welcome. It is Tuesday, May 13th at 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and we are celebrating 5 years on YouTube and a belated 13,000 subscriber milestone, I guess you would say. I was purposely waiting because I thought maybe I would still be in 13,000 subscribers when I hit the 5-year anniversary, and I could do a 2-in-1, and it worked. Almost missed it. All right, I've been doing a lot of shorts lately here on YouTube, and that has boosted my subscriber count quite a bit. So I'm also glad to be doing this because I do like a reintroduction of who I am, what I do, everything like that, how I got here. For those who don't know, welcoming the noobs. So welcome everyone that's new. Welcome back, all my ride or dies. I see you all coming in the chat. Vita was the first one. Welcome, Vita, and Cassandra and Robert. Sandra, Rose, Jill, Megan, Barbara, Lynn, Eileen, Mom, Kim, Letty, Michelle, Chick Benny, Sandra, Jay Sweet, Gail, Beth, welcome in, welcome in. So I have a list of everything I'm going to talk about because I'm a list person. If I don't write it down or like have it in my phone, like in the notes, I'm going to forget about it. So hi, Lori, and anyone else that's just chilling, lurking from the sidelines. Hello and welcome to you as well. Hi, Wiggy and Shelly, welcome in. And we're going to be doing some $5 credit giveaways. And then one person will win a $13 credit, obviously, because I hit 13,000 subscribers. Yes, lists are our friends. If you were to see my desk right now, I have 3 Post-its, actually 5. This is my planner with all my to-dos on it. This list. So yeah, that's what you got to do, right? Hi, Lisa and Georgianne. So what we're also going to do is Kyle is also here to write down any questions that you may have throughout the little hangout here. Hi, Annette. So it's going to be a question and answer also. So if you have any questions for me, anything you want to know, obviously I reserve the right not to answer if it's, I don't want to. So if you do have any questions for me, you can write them in the chat, but put them in caps so that it is noticeable, and Kyle will write it down, and then at the end, I'll answer them. Okay. Hi, Dee Dee. Yes. Well, enjoy your vacation. Hi, Cherie. Welcome in. All right. So you can ask the questions throughout the live. You don't have to wait for certain times, but I'm just going to answer them at the end.
Got my pink pen ready.
Yes. Borrowing my pen. Hello, Lisa. All right. So first things first. I'm Kristen, also known as Kristen D. Another Chance Resale is my business. I am a real, actual, registered business with the state of New York. All right. So just like your local grocery store, the stores in the mall, whatever, I am just like them. I just don't have a brick and mortar. I am strictly here online. So I also just wanted to, I just want to thank everyone really first and foremost, because I feel rude. Oh, no, it's fine. It's not rude because I told you can do it. I can answer that really fast right now. I have been thinking about merch. It's just this year is going to be so busy for us. I don't even know if it's going to happen, but it will happen eventually. I will get merch out there. I do have ideas brewing. It will happen.
I wanted to head that project, but
it will happen. We just don't know when. So yeah, thank you everybody for being my subscriber and for watching my videos. And if you purchase from me, thank you for that as well. You don't have to ever purchase from me. Like, that is not expected. Don't think that just because you're a viewer, you're obligated to buy. That you don't have to do that. Just watching my videos is support. Watching the ads and not skipping through them can help with supporting me, because that's how I get paid through YouTube, is how long you guys watch the ads that I put in. I put the ads in, but I don't make the content of the ads. So YouTube and Google create the ads. I just place them in the videos. Okay. So watching them will help support me, and it's free for you. I'm going to start checking things off so I don't re-go over things. All right, so back to I'm a registered business with the state of New York. And hi, everybody coming in. I have Nancy, Pamela, Robin, Kathleen, Pitkin, and I already said hi, Pamela. Okay. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I can't control how fast things sell out. It's good for me, but I know a lot of you get very frustrated with it. That's why I do the jewelry auctions where, people can bid and, you can get it that way. I used to do the purse auctions. It's just too tiring for me. To be like in front of the camera, like with my face like this and standing and holding the purses, like it's just very mentally and physically exhausting. So that's why I only do the video purse sales. So sorry. So yeah, July 15th, 2019, I became a registered business with the state of New York. I started YouTube in May 15th. So today is not actually my 5-year anniversary. It is on Thursday. So May 15th, 2020 is when I started YouTube. And October, I don't remember the exact day. I probably have to look it up. October 2020 is when I left my full-time job. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Pamela. Yeah. Hey, girl. Hey. Kyle's writing down your questions, so don't think you're being ignored. All the questions.
Yeah, we'll periodically take a.
Well, I'm gonna talk about why I quit right now, or why I quit, why I left, whatever. Long story short, I worked for a cancer doctor. It was a huge practice, tons of offices. With a management that wasn't in the office that I was at. Management was horrible. The owner of the practice was horrible. They didn't care about anybody. And if you ever asked for a raise or anything like that, they would rather fire you and get somebody in at the base level. And because it's easier to just, with the money, it was a whole thing. It's like they never appreciated the hard workers. And I was having a hard time with the staff that was in my office. So I did medical records for the cancer doctor who was in that office. And I loved the doctor. I'm still in touch with him today. I'm still in touch with one of the girls from that office. We actually just hung out the other day. But the rest of the staff was catty, mean, lazy. A lot of work was put on me because after so much time, I became the longest employee there. So I was like the unofficial manager of the office. Basically, like I knew how to do everything. So a lot of things were put on me. I did get raises here and there, but I was still making, well, I'll just tell you, I was making $18 an hour back in 2020. And that was the most I ever made at that job. I started at $13 an hour. And that was only 5 years ago. I was only making $18 an hour. And I don't know about where you guys live, but in New York, that doesn't cut it. Okay. So that was one reason why I left. And I wasn't getting any more raises.
Well, you also weren't happy. You came home every day and there was always something new or some other problem.
Well, yeah, everything was put on me because management, you couldn't get in touch with them, so everything was put on me because I knew how to do it all, basically. And especially the front desk lady, she was the worst. She was the absolute worst. There was just a lot of issues within the office, within like all of the women staff members. It got, like he said, it got to the point where I was basically coming home crying every day, or pissed off every day, or frustrated or overwhelmed. Whenever I took a day off or went on vacation, nobody filled in for me. So when I got back, the piles of work on my desk, like the scan authorizations I had to get, if I wanted to leave, I had to prep all of the charts for the patients for that day or the week that I was gone. Like nobody did my work. So I either had to do it in advance or came back to a shit ton of work where I didn't even want to take a day off, So between all of that, I was reselling throughout that whole time. Well, most of that time. I was at that job for 6 years, and I was only on eBay and Poshmark at that time. So I was like, you know what about if I do this full time? Like, what about if I resell full time and, just bump it up? Because I was already doing both. I was already, listing and working. And I was like, how can I like boost my business, like boost like the sales and whatever else? So during that brainstorming period, I was saving a lot of money, because I knew if I left my job and relied on reselling, I would need like a little cushion in the bank account,
And I did not have a great job yet. So
yeah, so we were both making like very little money, living in an apartment in Newburgh, in the city of Newburgh, where that was a whole other nightmare that I'm not even going to get into. But that was a whole other nightmare that was making my work life also really hard. So while all this was happening, COVID hit. Okay. Also, we were getting married. We were supposed to be married May 10th of 2020, which was canceled, obviously.
Like a week and a half before it was supposed to happen.
Everything was set up. The venue, everything was ready to go. And then COVID hit and everything got canceled. The venue reimbursed us, but the florist and the DJ did not. We just had to reschedule with them. So we ended up having a private ceremony with just our pastor and very close family, like immediate family. And so we do have the date of 5/10/20. But then a year and a half later, almost, we had the reception with all the family and friends at a new venue where I wore my wedding dress that I had already bought and everything, So anyway, so all that happened. I was wanting to leave my job. I hated everything. I ended up starting YouTube because COVID hit, and I'm like looking up stuff like online, like what can I do like reseller stuff, like just typing in random things on YouTube. And oh, thank you, Lori Lynn. Thank you so much. So I was typing in all kinds of stuff on YouTube on how to kind of like get my reselling to the next level. And I realized that you can, like, people were selling stuff on YouTube, like what I do, like in sale videos, live auctions. And I'm just like, whoa. 5 years later, I still tell people that I meet what I do, and they're like, no way. Like, that's a thing. Like,
I
so
said the same thing.
I had no idea. I was just looking up like advice. Like I wanted to watch resellers and learn what they were doing, Well, they were selling stuff on YouTube. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this. So in May 15th, 2020, I started YouTube, and of course it's very slow at first. So if anybody is starting their YouTube, please have patience. It takes a long time to build your subscribers, especially the first 1,000 to get monetized. Okay. You just got to keep going. And that's what I said to myself. I just got to keep going. So I started YouTube, and things really did pick up. I was saving money because we also wanted to leave the apartment. And at October 2020, I decided to leave my job. Dee Dee. Okay, so we'll get to the questions. We're not ignoring the questions. Kyle's writing them down. So October 2020, I decided to leave my job. I did not want to, for the doctor's sake, because I really did like him. He's a great doctor. He's still in practice. He's like 70 something years old. He's a really great guy and a really great doctor. And it killed me to leave because I knew he depended on me so much. That was probably one of the hardest things I've done in my life. Handing him that I'm going to try not to get emotional.
She did cry about it a bunch of times.
Handing him that resignation letter, I bawled my eyes out because it wasn't him. It wasn't his fault. It was the management. It was the catty women in the office. And he knew what was going on. He just stayed out of it because he had to focus on the cancer patients.
Well, he wasn't management.
And he's not management, yes. So he had no control over it. He understood and asked if I asked for help or anything from management. I'm like, of course I did. I told them I couldn't, I was struggling. I was overwhelmed. Jobs keep getting added on to my workload. I'm not getting any
they closed,
raises.
Like 3 offices brought all the work to you.
Yeah, like they closed 3 offices, and all the patients from those offices came to my office, where I had to now do all the medical records for them. The doctor had to take care of all those patients. So management didn't care. They didn't care. I said that the main issue was the front desk woman. Can we maybe move her to a different office, like switch front desk people or something? Can I get a raise, anything? And nope, they didn't want to do a damn thing for me. 6 years there. I'm like, okay. So I left.
Well, you did prep yourself. I mean, you were working all day and then working and coming home and researching and working until midnight every day. And
yeah, I was putting out 3 sale videos a week back then, and working full time.
And when you were so proud to fill one, like those blue IKEA bags, to fill one of those with like 10 sales, she's like, it's doing so good. It's doing so good.
Now I fill the USPS mail bags that are like as tall as me. Multiples of them. Hi, Robin. Thank you.
Do you want to do any questions for now before we get to the next part?
Yeah, we can. But that's really just why. It was just a toxic environment. I hung on for as long as I could because of the doctor. And enough was enough, basically. And I wasn't being appreciated, so it was not right. I have to look out for my well-being and our future. And we were also working on trying to get out of that apartment as well. Okay.
So, first question was from Wiggy. How long did it take you to start making money on YouTube?
So it took me about a year to get 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to miss anyone. Jamie came in. Hi, Jamie, because I saw people saying, hi, Jamie. Hi, Gina. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Marilyn. If I miss anyone, I'm so sorry. Just say hi again because I'm not really looking at the chat. So yeah, it took me about a year to get 1,000 subscribers, but now it's a little harder because they want like the watch hours. They need like, your watch hours to be a certain number and all this other stuff. So 5 years ago was a lot easier to get monetized. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Maria and Deanna.
I missed the question.
Where?
Oh, that one. I got it.
Okay, he's writing down the questions. Oh, really? It was only 20 minutes? Yeah, we go to Brimfield too. We were supposed to go today.
Yeah.
But because of my trip Thursday, we just couldn't do it. But anyway, hello everyone that's coming in. Okay, so yeah, it took me about a year, but once you get monetized, you don't get a payout until you accumulate $100. So that took like another 6 months. I don't know. So yeah, it takes a long time. And obviously not everyone will grow like that. Like everyone is going to be different. Some people grow faster. Some people grow slower. It just it depends on who's watching you.
Yeah, right place, right time. I mean, you did pick a good time to do it.
Yeah.
So next question is from Pam Romer asking, Kyle, do you still resell? So I used to do, a lot on eBay. I would occasionally do the sales. I'll still do them. However, with my job, I took on a role as director of my company now. So I've been extremely busy kind of building the different divisions that we're doing and expanding. So it's been definitely, that's taken the front seat, chasing my future with work. So the reselling has taken a back seat for me, but I do help her and I do go shopping with her and occasionally grabbing stuff for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll go back into my spiel. Yeah, but we have at the end we're supposed to go over them all. What's the next one? Do buyers scam you by saying nothing was received? No. They really can't because on PayPal, I put in everybody's tracking number, which we will get into that in a second. And if it shows delivered, I win the PayPal case because it shows delivered, whether it was or wasn't actually delivered. I've never had anybody on eBay. eBay's the worst, but I did have a few say that it wasn't received but show delivered, and it would go through a whole process with eBay. And usually what happens there is eBay will let me keep my money and they will refund the buyer. So everyone gets their money except eBay. But for the most part, like now that I've put into place my $10 cancellation policy with, invoices or canceling your requests, I really haven't had any issues on YouTube. Poshmark, everyone's pretty cool on there. I usually don't have any issues on Poshmark. eBay is usually where, if I'm going to have an issue, that's where I have an issue with people. People are just like crazy. Like they will think of any scam to come up with at all. Like it's just, luckily I don't really sell much on there. I sell a lot on Poshmore, which is better for me.
That was my problem with eBay, was a lot of, buying, people buying things, shipping it out, and then claiming it was damaged or wasn't what it is. And then the box comes back and it's completely a different item than I gave to them, or, the people that were the ones asking for 50% off. And, sometimes you'll take the deal, just, hey, I've had this forever. You sell it to them and then they have problems. And,
yeah,
I definitely feel like I've had a lot of problems on there.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know what it is about eBay buyers, but they're just ruthless. And hello to everyone coming in. I did see a few people coming in. Thank you, Kay Bailey. Where's my loop?
Yeah, 2 requests for that.
See, I don't say that often anymore, because now that we're in this house, I have like a specific desk like for recording, which is right here, and everything is laid out, like, so I never have to lose it.
Right, she's got to keep growing so I can quit my job too.
All right, one more question and then we'll go back into my spiels.
Do thumbs up help?
Yes. So thumbs ups is considered engagement. So the YouTube algorithm loves engagement. So whether it's a comment or a thumbs up, or watching, I'll get to that in a second, or just watching, it's considered engagement, which is a positive thing for the algorithm, which then pushes my videos and stuff like that higher up in searches. When people are searching for things on YouTube, my videos will come up higher in the search. And yes, like he mentioned, even thumbs down counts as engagement and is a positive thing for my channel or anybody's channel. Even if you watch people that you don't like and you give them a thumbs down, you're actually helping them grow. So remember that. All right, back to the spiel really quick. We'll talk a little bit more, and then I'll do a couple $5 credits, and then we will continue on. So basically, I want to talk about my ordering policy. Most people don't have an issue with ordering. I do have it on screen for all of my video sales. And oh no, I don't do it when I do lives because I talk about it. It's verbal. So like for my jewelry videos, I put this up on the screen. So it describes how you can place an order. Hi, Nan, welcome in. So it describes how to place an order, my shipping policies, cancellation policy, everything like that holds. So make sure you're reading this if you need any information. And all of this information is always down in the description box of every video. So underneath the video, you'll be able to see a little spot that says more. And you click that and it opens up the description box, and it will give you all of the ordering instructions, and any other important information that I put will be down there. So make sure, you're just following that, because it gives me all the information I need in order to invoice you and ship out your items. Okay. So as long as you're giving me all the information that I need, you'll get your items in a timely manner. And that goes for lives. You have to be registered to bid, which if you are already a current customer, you don't need to register. You're good. It's only if you are brand new, never bought from me, and I always put the registration form at the top of the comment section. And once you fill that out once, you're good to go. But please make sure if you move, you are letting me know of your new address. And please make sure in PayPal, your current address is there, because that's how I ship. I ship, that's the address that I use. So depending on if you have an account or not, or what device you're on, you'll be able to either type in your address, or you'll be able to click it from like a drop down menu like I do, because I have like a PO box, my home address, all that other stuff. So make sure you are giving me your current address that you want the items shipped to. All right. What else? Oh, so this actually has been coming up a lot. I know my stuff sells out very quickly. So I do totally understand that. And if you are watching and you want something, and you can for sure email me as you're watching the video and just let me know, hey, I want number 5, but I'm still watching. No problem. I will draft up an invoice, put number 5 in there with the price, and click save. And I will wait for you to finish. And then you can send another email asking for number 20 and then say still watching. And I will add to that invoice. And then when you're done watching, please just let me know that you're done watching, because so many of you will say still watching. And then I'm literally sitting at my computer like, hour went by, 2 hours went by. I'm like, she's still watching? Like, do I send the invoice? Is she 3 hours go by? I'm like, okay, I'm just going to send it. Like, so please don't forget about me, because I literally sit here at this computer when my sale videos drop. I'm literally here at the computer until I go to bed. So
I'm like, hey, you want to go out? It's Friday night. I'm working.
Sometimes we do, but normally we don't go out Friday nights because I'm at the computer right here for you guys. Hi, Barb. Used to do that. No, but you would send me an email with each thing that you wanted. That's fine. I would much rather you do that and just say, still watching, no problem. I would much rather that than somebody says, okay, I want number 20. I say, okay, I usually wait 20 minutes, half an hour, and then I'll send it. And then they'll come back and be like, oh, but I want this one too.
After they pay the invoice.
Okay, but there's a thing. Don't pay it yet. If you see my invoice, but you still want something, tell me and I can adjust the invoice. Yes, even though I already sent it to you, I can adjust it and it will come through as an update, okay? Hey, Vanessa. Thank you, Maria. It's okay, Dee Dee. Now I know, so I'll just send it. So, so just let me know. Communication is key. Because if I send you an invoice and you pay it, I pay a PayPal fee, okay? Which is not your problem. However, if you want something else, now I have to send another invoice. That is another PayPal fee I have to pay.
Plus a percentage on both.
Yeah. So it's a PayPal percentage fee plus a transaction fee. So if I send the invoice, but you want to add to it, let me know and I can adjust it. Okay. And that way you don't, usually what I've been doing is when people ask for something after they've already paid, I add that fee onto their bill, because they could have told me, I want something else. Okay, no problem. Don't pay the invoice. Let me fix it for you.
And some people may not understand. They're new. Maybe they've never seen or heard about it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of why we do this, is to explain everything. And,
yeah.
Bring to light some of the things that people may not see,
Hi, Becky. Love you too, Dee Dee. Thank you, my memory. Oh, Shelly. Okay, so let's talk about super stickers for a second. There's super chats and super stickers. They're at the bottom of the chat bar where you type. It looks like a little $1 bill, I guess. And that's like a tip. People usually send me super stickers or super chats, and I go buy Dallas a toy with it. It gets put into my payment when I get paid every month by YouTube. It's actually by Google, because Google owns YouTube.
Alphabet.
Yeah. But so usually the money, unfortunately, YouTube takes 30%, of course, get their fingers and everything. But I buy Dallas stuff all the time. So I do have a thank you video. So let's thank Shelly. And let me find it. Okay. Thank you. Thanks again, Shelly. All right. Kyle's writing down your questions. Let me just talk about two more. We'll just talk about PayPal really quick, and then I'll answer some more questions. So yes, I invoice through PayPal. However, you do not have to have a PayPal account. I can email you the invoice anyway, and you can pay as a guest, and you can pay with debit, credit, Venmo, and pay in full, I think. So don't worry about not having a PayPal account. I can still email you the invoice, and you can pay as a guest. Okay. Oh, and payment is always due immediately. So I like to, like I mentioned earlier, how I am a registered business. I just don't have a brick and mortar actual like physical store. I still function like similar to any other store. So when you go to a store and put your items up on the counter and the cashier rings you up and they give you a total, you pay right then and there, right? You don't just say, I'm going to pay you in 3 days. No. And you don't take the stuff and then be like, I'll pay you next week. No, you pay right then and there and you get your stuff, right? So that's kind of how I think about it.
Well, and the other thing is other people may be waiting for the items and
yeah, like people have mentioned. Hi, Robin. I see you. I'll do the video in a second. Thank you. Like people have said, things sell quickly, but if I don't get the payment right away, I will move on to the next person because there are people waiting and people have, people do say, oh, I see it's on the pending list, but if it doesn't go through, I'll be back up. So I do have people that are waiting that are willing to pay right away. So just keep that in mind. You wouldn't go do that to your grocery store or the store in the mall or whatever. So let's say thank you to Robin. Thank you. Thank you again. Okay, let's answer some questions.
Sherry asked, any update on your diagnosis?
So regarding the breast cancer scare, I think that you're talking about, I am fine as far as I know. All the handful of scans that I had to get done all came back clear. What they saw on the MRI is nothing. Well, it was a fibroid, which they did the biopsy, and it's all clear. It's negative. It's, and I have to go for an MRI every year so that they can keep an eye on it. And that's about it. So, yeah. Thank you for asking. Next.
Sandra Davis asked, when did you guys know you wanted to get married?
When my parents made us.
I was going to say, if you ask her, she'll say there was a...
if my mom's watching, sorry. I always joke that it was a shotgun wedding, like how my dad had the shotgun to his back, like, you're going to marry my daughter.
She always wanted to marry a country boy. So.
We didn't, it wasn't like something we were like rushing to do. We knew we'd Mom. No, they of course they wanted us to get married. I mean, what parents wouldn't?
Because I'm their favorite.
So I hope my sister's not watching. We knew we wanted to be together. We knew we didn't want to have kids. We don't want to have kids. We still don't want to have kids. So we figured, who cares if we had gotten married? Like, to us, it wasn't like that big of a deal. But I'm happy that we are. Like, it made my parents very happy. They're very old school. So, it was fine. I'm happy. Hopefully he's happy.
Yeah. We have a good life.
The marriage process, like, setting up a wedding.
Well, and then setting it up twice because of everything we went through, that was a whole nightmare. Before the first one was even done, and then it got canceled, I was like, I'm over this. I'm done with this. But we persisted through and we got it done.
I mean, it was hard enough the first time, and then when it got canceled due to COVID, I was like, I really don't want to do this again. But hi, CeeLo. And yes, Kay Bailey, you're right. We have Dallas. Exactly. Thank you, Marianne. Okay.
So
what's next?
Next question is from Vita. How is Dallas's allergies?
So, I mean, it's under control now, I guess. It's just so frustrating. He's on 2 allergy medications, the Cytopoint injection monthly and a twice a day custom allergy serum that was created just for him by his allergist. But then he had an outbreak, 2 months ago, I would say.
Yeah. And
he was like losing his fur in spots, and he was getting like bumps again. So we go to the vet every month. Every month we're at the vet, and for the past 2 months we were there every 2 weeks. They put him on Apoquil, which I don't really like him being on, but it took his bumps away and everything else.
Yeah, and the allergy medicine, or what he's allergic to, we've had 3 different separate tests done, and it's a total of about 10 pages of things, whether it's trees, grass, ton of different food, grain. He's actually allergic to omega-3, which dogs need to keep their coat good, but he can't have that. So
he's basically allergic to everything.
Yeah,
I would say everything, but like maybe a dozen things, maybe 12 things he's not allergic to. Good luck, Kathleen. I'm just catching up on the chat. Everything will be just fine, Kathleen. Everything will be fine. Yes, good luck and prayers. Okay. Yeah, Sandra, he's literally allergic to everything. He's allergic to outdoor things like grass, trees,
listening,
grain, plants, and a ton of different foods. Basically anything made for a dog, like food-wise, he cannot have. He can't have any dog foods. He can only have treats that are one ingredient. Like right now we give him turkey jerky because it's just turkey in there. So it's really hard. Okay, what else?
Next, Sherry asks, how are the new neighbors?
Who?
We don't have no neighbors yet.
So I like that answer. We have one neighbor, but he's far enough away where we can see his house, but we don't hear him. And then on the other side of that neighbor is another house, which actually has a dog that is one of Dallas's girlfriends. But that's it. Right here, they are building a house literally on the other side of our fence. We're not looking forward to it, but it's not done being built yet. And we are hoping to maybe leave within a year or so. So we'll see. All right. So as of right now, there are no neighbors.
We have probably a couple months left with that, hopefully. Robin asked, "Are we both lefties?"
Yes.
Why do you get the brown pen and I get the pink one?
This is metallic. This is rose gold.
I don't know that many colors.
My dad is also lefty. I'm just reading. Our fence is what, 7 foot?
Yeah, about 7 foot.
7 foot. It was a regular chicken wire fence, but we put the privacy screen over it.
It's regular chain link. Chicken wire is the super skinny one.
Oh, regular chain link. It's the one that you just set up. It's like a kennel. Fence. Yeah, we bought it at Tractor Supply, so you just like set it up like on the ground. It's not like dug in or anything. And we put the privacy screen on it because they started building next door, and we want Dallas to continue to be able to go outside and not be, influenced by the neighbors. But you still can kind of see a little bit through it. So thank you, Ressie. Yes, lefties rock. Okay. Let me look at my notes. Okay, so the cancellation policy I was talking about earlier, it is if I already send you an invoice and you change your mind, something comes up, you just don't pay and I have to cancel anything. If it has to be canceled, whether it's because of you or because of me, it will result in a $10 cancellation fee, where I will send you a $10 invoice. And if that is not paid within 24 hours, you can no longer shop with me. I have had, not many, I think maybe 2 people that refused to pay it, so they no longer shop with me. I have had probably at least maybe 8 people completely understand and pay it. So it hasn't been a problem. It just helps to, protect me, and the fact that I already put that item as pending on my list, and people see that it's pending and they're like, oh, forget it, they'll pay. And then I lose out. So now that item has to be reshown, and, I lose out on the money, and people that wanted the item lose out too. So that's why I implemented the cancellation policy, and also in hopes that people would stop ghosting on me. Because if you ghost on me and you don't pay, then I send that invoice, and if you don't pay that, now I have like the right to ban you, basically. So yeah, I basically say, like, if you don't have the money right now to pay for it as you're requesting it, then just don't request it. Just have some respect for myself, as this is my solo income to pay my bills. We have all of our bills split. Like, I pay this and that and this, and he pays this and that and this. So we have our own responsibilities, and I need to pay my bills just like everybody else, right?
Yeah, no help for you.
Hi, Rita. Welcome in. Okay. No, we do not get political on this channel. We do not get religious, none of that. We just have a good time because I don't care about any of that. You're my people, and that's all that matters. I have to. You're funny. You have to ghost yourself. Okay, so let's keep going. You know what? Let's do some $5 credits. So since I can't really show this on the screen, my $5, maybe I can. Maybe I can just go like this, and then you can kind of just screenshot it, if anything. But I will give out some $5 credits, and they're going to expire August, right? In 3 months.
You have a sticky note, or you want to put it in the book?
Here. take a Post-it. Hot pink.
Pink pen, pink Post-it.
Yeah.
See a trend.
So $5 credit, and it will be auto applied on your next invoice, and it will expire, July 13th?
August.
August. I did. August 13th, 2025. So see, don't hesitate. So to enter the $5 credit, type in #Dallas.
It's like that Progressive commercial where he casts the dollar out. Oh, y'all got to be quicker than that.
And we'll see who wins a $5 credit. Let's see. All right, so we'll give you guys a few seconds, and while we do that, I will talk about shipping. If you've bought from me, you know my shipping costs already, but in case there's anybody new watching, for jewelry, my shipping starts at $5, and that's usually good for up to a pound. It's like 10 ounces, 1 pound, somewhere around there. I'll keep it at $5. Sometimes it'll be $6 or $7, depending on what you buy, and that's obviously within the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., I do ship internationally, and it will just be whatever the shipping program says that it is. And then for purses, I charge $10 for shipping, and usually that's good if you buy 1, 2, 3, maybe, depending on how big and heavy they are. If it's a smaller purse, it's like $8. It could be like $7, $8 if it's a smaller purse. So, I'm not going to charge you $10 for a wallet, or, or $10 for like smaller little phone crossbody. I'll try to keep it within reason, of course. Hi, Olga. Welcome in, and welcome anybody else that's coming in. All right. Few more seconds. Get your hashtags in.
Once you do it once, you don't have to.
Yeah, just one time. Just one time.
It only counts once.
Yeah, it'll only count once anyway. All right, let me get my program up. But while I do that, you guys can continue to enter. CeeLo, only one time. Only one time. Okay, let me get the giveaway tool up, and then we'll pick a winner. It's going to be #Dallas. And then I got to share my screen. Okay. All right, everybody entered one time. I'm going to get ready to pull a winner. It doesn't matter. It could be lowercase or uppercase, like lowercase or caps. Doesn't matter. As long as it says #Dallas.
Pound symbol Dallas.
Pound Dallas. That sounds weird. All right. I think we are ready. Let's take this down and figure out how I share my screen again. Here, share screen. And we're going to click on StreamYard giveaway tool. All right. Are we ready? Start collecting comments. So we have 49 entries. Let's see who. Oh, write down that question really quick before I change screens.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Here is the first winner of $5. Oh, bless you, Dallas. Who's it gonna be? Riley, congratulations. You are our first $5 giveaway winner. Congrats. And let's do one more. And we'll see who winner number 2 is. Winner number 2. Who's it gonna be? Pamela, congratulations. You are winner number 2 for $5. Let's do one more. Who's it gonna be? Winner number 3. Who's it gonna be? Winner number 3. Christine! Congratulations, Christine. You are our third $5 credit giveaway winner. Congrats. So let me put this.
You gotta stop sharing.
I know, I am. Stop.
Okay.
I did.
There was a thing on the top too.
Was it? I didn't even notice that. Okay. So we will do some more at the end of the show, and we will also pick our one $13 credit winner as well. All right. Let's do.
You have a page and a half of
Let's
questions.
do it. All right. Let's do. Let's do another question.
That's up to you if you want to answer that one.
What does it say?
What helped with Nico's loss?
What helped with the loss of Nico? Crying?
Time, not much.
I even though we lived in that apartment where everyone can hear us and we could hear everything, I didn't care. I cried my eyes out whenever I got sad, because I knew if I held it in, that is not good.
But you still can't really talk about it that well.
Yeah, I think about him all the time still, and it brings tears to my eyes. Again, I'm going to try not to get emotional, but just letting it out. And yeah, like Latrell says, like time and prayer, remembering the good times and not, the ending days really did help a lot as well. Because, at first you're like thinking about all like the negative and what ifs and should haves and all this other stuff. You'll get to the point where it changes, and you can kind of help that by thinking of the positives and the fun times and the good times, and like how happy, different events or things you guys did, made the cat and stuff like that. So yeah, exactly, Sandra. So, whether it doesn't matter what animal it is, cat, dog, hamster, it's sad. And I get very emotional and I just let it out. That's it. We talked about it a lot. Like, we still talk about him. It was in March was his 4-year. It was 4 years since his death. So we still honor him. And every time we go out to dinner and we cheers our drinks, it's for him. So we have like those little things, maybe come up with a little thing to remember in a positive way, Okay. Before I get emotional, let's move on.
Robin M. said, "Where did you and Kyle meet?"
So, Kyle and my sister's husband, so my brother-in-law, are besties. I met Kyle through them. So, my sister is married, and they've been married for 20 years now. She's younger than me, but they've been together since high school. So I was hanging out with my sister and Danielle and Rob, and Kyle was hanging out. And so I met him, and then we all kind of would always just hang out, go out to dinner, go out to the bars, go to like different, things to do on the weekends, whatever. And at first I wasn't into him at all. So it became more of like a friendship, drinking buddy.
Friend zoned.
No.
Okay.
So it became like, he was really fun to go out with and go to the bars with and stuff. So I liked that. And then it just grew from there. So my brother-in-law and him actually work together too. So it's kind of cool for them that they are besties, brother-in-laws, and coworkers.
Yeah, and then we left that job and I hired him at my new job.
Well, yeah, you work together.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Robin M. says, "Do you remember the first thing you sold?"
No. But I do remember the first thing that I saw at a thrift store that made me become a reseller. Does that count? So I was at a Goodwill before I was reselling, and I used to hunt for, cool stuff at the thrift store, So I had seen a pair of Kate Spade loafers in the shoe department, and they weren't my size. I couldn't fit my feet into them. And I'm like, this is really sad that if somebody doesn't buy these shoes, they're going to end up in a landfill. So I'm like, what can I do about this? And I'm like, and I knew of Poshmark and eBay at the time. I just didn't do anything with it. I just heard of it. So I'm like, why don't I try to sell them? Here I am 9 years later. Been reselling for 9 years, 5 on YouTube. So I remember that.
I had multiple impressions of you. It was tough because the first time we went out, I was like, dang, she's pretty. But when I went up, I'm like, let me get you a drink. I don't need a man to buy me a drink. I'm like,
I turned him down for a drink.
I was like,
prerequisite to that, I was done with guys when I was hanging out, like when I was hanging out with my sister and Rob, and just having fun, whatever. I wasn't looking for guys. I was done. I had enough. I dated. Nothing worked. I was like, forget it. So that's why when he's like, oh, let me buy you a drink. Nope, not interested.
I had my long beard, my lifted up Jeep. She was like,
no, wasn't interested. But that's probably the best way that it could have happened, because we created a friendship first, and got to know each other on a friend level before, we just jumped into dating. You know what I mean? Right, Vanessa? Dang. Well, that's because we don't really curse on my channel.
You know that song, Ladies Love Country Boys?
He's my country boy. Okay, next.
Sandra asked, how often do you block people?
Every day. No, not every day. I would say weekly, for sure.
It's usually like the spam comments and
yeah, I don't really get that many spam comments. I used to a lot get the spams, like I don't even know what they are anymore, but for the most part, people are nice. I really don't have that. I did go through a phase though where people were making fun of my nails. They were making fun of my eyebrows. They were just, it didn't matter what it was. There would be a comment about it. And of course, in the beginning of my YouTube career, it was very hurtful because I didn't really understand the whole troll phenomenon. So it was very hurtful. But now I don't care.
Well, and if
delete, block.
Because if you don't
gone.
react to it, that's what they want, is a reaction. So if you don't react, they're just, oh, this isn't fun, and they just move on.
Yeah. Yep. So you get blocked if you write anything negative. This is not the place. I don't want to have any negativity on my channel, and it's just not what I'm about. I'm on here to sell these awesome secondhand things, provide people with brand name and designer purses and sterling silver jewelry and all that good stuff. I'm not here to, have mean people trying to mess everything up, Hi, Despina. Welcome in. Okay, what else?
Sandra asked, did you see yourself becoming a full-time YouTuber or reseller before it happened?
Reseller, yes. But I did not, like I mentioned, I had no idea that you can sell stuff on YouTube. I thought it was just informational videos, tutorials, stuff like that. But I love it. I used to be like, oh, I'm a reseller, I'm a YouTuber, all shy about it. But when I tell people about it, everyone thinks that it's cool. They didn't know how awesome that is, different, and now I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And now I'm actually getting more into Instagram, and I'm growing a lot over there, and that's like a whole other animal. And don't even get me started on TikTok, because I don't even have that app. It's like even more.
Give it time.
No TikTok. I'm stopping at Instagram. That's it. So I have YouTube and I have Instagram, and that is it, because that is enough for me. But yeah, I'm growing a lot on Instagram. I'm going to put all my links in soon. You guys should be following me on Instagram, because I post over there daily. You get like behind the scenes stuff. You get stuff that I don't show here on YouTube. So I'll put that link shortly.
So,
thanks, Laura.
Just so we can catch up with this page.
Thanks, Sandra. Okay.
Me Miller asked, how was the transition from the corporate world with fixed hours to being self-employed and flexible? Was it hard to find a routine?
It wasn't hard to find a routine. It was hard to keep to it. So I schedule out my day. I have a to-do list.
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 Yeah, no, I was just reiterating list, because you're a list girl.
Yes, I'm a list girl. So I have a list. I write it. Usually I write it like the day before, sometimes the day of, as things need to be done. But keeping to that is probably the hardest part, especially working from home. There's a lot of distractions. The laundry has to get done. I have to make lunch. I have to clean up after it. Dallas distracts me the most. I walk by him and I have to snuggle him and kiss him and love on him. And then that's like, 5 minutes. And then he wants to go out throughout the day. So sticking to a routine is the hardest. But I just like to get things done. And then by dinner time, I can pretty much relax for the most part, if it's not a sale video day.
All right. Sandra asked, what is your trick for a messy bun? Lots of cussing.
I realized I used to, so this is like kind of hard to explain. The scrunchie that I used to use, I only used to be able to twirl it around my hair twice. And I realized that was not enough. It didn't hold my hair like tight enough, but I got scrunchies that are a little bit bigger, because I have super long hair. Like it's like down to my middle of my back, very curly, very thick. So I get a bigger scrunchie and I wrap it around 3 times. And usually it's pretty okay. I don't really have to mess with it much. Maybe I'll just pull out a little bit here and there. Sometimes I stick a bobby pin in there or something to hold it a little tighter. But 3 times around with the scrunchie is my trick.
So Beth H asked, what breed is Dallas and how old? So he is an American Bulldog. Very large breed, about 100 pounds, and he just turned 4 recently. December. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's a pit bull, which he does look like one, but he is much bigger than a pit bull. So.
And a short, stubby snoot. And when he looks down, he snorts like a piggy.
Mm-hmm. So American Bulldog, 4 years old. Let's do one more, and I'll get back to my spiel.
Sandra asked, what is your favorite nail set you ever had?
I'm gonna take that question as nail shape, because as far as nail design, like color or art, no idea. But favorite nail shape has been the stiletto. And as you guys can see, I went back to square. I like it, but I think I like the stiletto better. When I first wanted to go to stiletto, I was really scared, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to look like a freaking eagle with talons. Like, it's going to be weird. But I loved it. It became like kind of like my signature. So I will eventually go back to stiletto, but as of right now, we are squaring it.
I think the next one's for me.
Okay.
Misdirected. My memory lane says, are you Italian? Because I married an Italian. Do you have tips for my sanity? She's Italian. I am not Italian. Tips for sanity? Good luck.
Yes, I am Italian. I am a little bit Polish, but mostly Italian. I mean, he's not going to agree, but I'm right like all the time. So
That's not true.
he doesn't ever want to admit it, but I always like keep him not really in line, but like I keep him. What's the He's forgetful, so I have to keep lists for him as well.
I'm a wild card gypsy. I'm not allowed to be.
He's not like an actual gypsy, but he likes to, like, before you met me, he traveled the country, drove everywhere, had 5 bazillion jobs. Like, he likes, being on the move and stuff like that.
What tomorrow brings.
Yeah, he's not a planner. Like, he doesn't plan things out. Not even for like the weekend coming up, like none of that.
I'm a man.
Is that like a typical man thing? Okay, one more and then we'll get back.
Sandra asked,
There's a lot.
Have you guys always known about Dallas's allergies?
Yeah, well, yeah, as far as he has ever had them, we noticed his skin getting really bad and bumpy. So we, of course, took him right to the vet and he was tested, and yeah, but he didn't always have allergies. They developed maybe 3 years ago?
Probably about two and a half.
So maybe when he was like 1.5, 2 years old, he developed allergies.
Well, yeah, the Italy trip, she had always said, I want to go. Mm-hmm. And it was a big number birthday for her. So I went out of my way and did a ton of research and said, you know what, you want to do it? And I sat down one day and I said, here's where we're going to go. Pick one and let's just do it. Because that was actually the first time I've ever even been on a plane or left the country. I've always driven everywhere.
I'm just catching up on comments. Yeah. Hold on.
Well, I'll answer a question while you're doing
Thank you, Ritzy and Rare. And thank you, Rita. You got Kathleen's question?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Because Kay Bailey asked, when Dallas goes to puppy day camp, what do you do? Typically, like, he's going this weekend and I'm going to go play an airsoft tournament. So it's right in the same town, or we'll do something in that town, whether it's shopping, a day to ourselves, something like that. So he goes occasionally. It's just to, keep him integrated with other dogs and get him out and have fun. And
yeah. So when we lived, so the daycare that we take him to is still in the town that we used to live in the apartment. We love the daycare, and they also do boarding. He loves them, so we drive the hour to still bring him there. But when we were in the apartment, we brought him there 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just so like I can get my work done. You know what I mean? So I would bring him in the morning, and Kyle would pick him up on the way home, and on his way home.
Except one time.
And then I wasn't going to bring that up, but if you want me to tell the story.
That's all right. We're all human.
He forgot Dallas at daycare one day. And I knew it would happen, like, eventually, that he would just be on autopilot driving home and just completely forget to pick him up. And luckily, we only miles from the daycare, so he had come home and came up to the apartment, and I'm like, "Where's Dallas?" And he's like, "Oh shit."
Just turn around and leave.
He just turned right back around down the steps and left him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Next one is.
Wait, hold on. But since we live further away now, we still take him, but it's just like a weekend day thing where we drop him off in the morning, and then we, like he said, we'll do errands out there. We'll go to lunch or whatever, because it's from 9 to 5 usually, 9 to 5, yeah. 9 to 4, 9 to 6. Their pickup is from 4 to 6. So, yeah, and it's a great place. They have a pool, a heated pool for the dogs. They have different activities. Yeah, you can book different activities, like a hike and stuff. So it's really, really, really cool. And they send you pictures, so you get to see what they're doing throughout the day.
It was one time.
Don't forget Dallas. We always joke about that day, and I wasn't mad. I thought it was so funny because I knew one day that it would happen, and we always joke like, "Oh, Dallas was there, all by himself. Oh, my parents forgot about me." Like, but it was only a few minutes away, so it was fine.
Kathleen asks, "Can Dallas have sweet potatoes?"
Yeah.
Yellow
Yeah.
potatoes only.
Or was it?
Or yams.
No, it's yellow. Yellow potatoes only. Yellow or gold? Yellow. But we don't give him potatoes. We give him pumpkin instead.
And then Sandra asked, "Will you guys always stay in New York?"
I don't know. My parents are here, so yes.
And my job in New York, I'd probably be retiring from this job, so.
Yeah, so he's got a really good job. I can work from anywhere really, but I think for the most part we'll be in New York forever. Yeah, I mean I would love to go a little bit more down south, where the winters aren't so freaking cold.
Maybe in 20 years when I retire.
Yeah, maybe 20 or 30 years, something like that.
So then Dee Dee asked, "What program do you use to broadcast, and do you have an affiliate link?"
Like right now, like this is StreamYard, and I use the free version. I was using the paid version, and it's $50 a month. It was crazy. You can do basically the same thing on the free version. It just, if you don't have a lot of guests. Wow. Go get a regular glass.
I'm thirsty.
I use the free version, and it's been fine for me. So, and yes, I do have a referral link actually. If anyone's interested, they actually give it to me right here, like in the chat. So I can just go like this. Boom. And there you go. And if you do get the paid version, that link will give you a $10 discount, but I would do the free one.
So we'll move quick through a couple more just to catch up. Gail Plo asks, "Do you ever think of having your own store instead of an eBay or Poshmark, like hosting your own URL?"
Oh, not like a brick and mortar?
Correct.
Well, I'll answer
like
both.
From another chance resale site.
I have thought about that, and I thought that maybe that it would be easier for people to buy things because I could list each item, and then whoever buys it, it's not available for purchase, and you can see that it's sold. But that takes away from my views on YouTube. Like, part of my income is getting paid by YouTube to make videos. So if I'm directing people to a website, that now takes away from my YouTube money, where on YouTube I can make the money from selling the items and from making the videos, if that makes sense. I also did think about an actual brick and mortar, and that idea was in and out very quickly, because I think it would just end up being more
and storefronts are incredibly expensive.
More time working and more expensive. On weekends, I do a lot of thrifting. I go to estate sales. I go to flea markets. If I have a store, I can't go because I'm going to be at that store. And for a long time, I, won't be hiring people until I can feel comfortable. So it's just, that was in and out. Plus, I had the antique booths. I had 2 antique booths in an antique mall, and that was enough of like a brick and mortar experience for me. It was fun while it lasted. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, you just kind of answered that by having the antique mall one. Pam Rathbone asks, "Do you guys have any matching tattoos?"
We have Nico's paw print.
And then you copied me. We have 2.
Yeah. So.
So this one.
You can't even see it.
I have too much on my arm. But you can see his paw print right here with his name.
Before, when Nico got sick, when he was diagnosed with cancer, and it was terminal. and he only had a few weeks to live. We got his paw print impression with like they sell them. It's like the inkless paw print thing for animals. We did that, and we went and got a tattoo of his paw print. I have it on my back shoulder blade right here.
And then we have the diamonds. I have mine on my hand, and she has hers on.
So my filler pieces that I started doing on my sleeve, I started doing jewels for like the jewelry that I sell. So I know it's kind of hard to see. So I wanted a diamond also, and he had a diamond already. So I told our artist to just copy his, and it's right there. So technically we have 2 matching tattoos, but I did it more for like the aesthetic of my sleeve.
She has my name.
No.
Just kidding. No names. Only Nico is the only name on my body.
Yeah.
Except I have for my old friend across my back.
Yeah. But it's not a girl.
No.
We don't believe in that.
No.
Tattooing the significant other. All right, wait. Let me finish some. I'm almost done. Then we can answer questions.
Okay.
I can't believe you just did that on air. So my shipping days, let's just get back into shipping and stuff like that. I ship Mondays, and that is from Friday per sale. So everything gets packed up on Sunday and shipped out on Monday. And sometimes during the week, I do like a Tuesday or Wednesday ship day for my jewelry. But sometimes, like lately, my weeks have been so busy that I don't get to go out. So I combine with the purse sales. Also with shipping, your tracking numbers get automatically added into your invoice. So if you also will get an email from PayPal with your tracking number. So as soon as your items are packed up on Sundays, or if it's during the week, it's an automatic thing. You get an email from PayPal with all that tracking information. If you, for some reason, don't get that email, you can just go back into the original invoice from me, and the tracking will be there. And then you can see where your package is. So that's why whenever anyone emails me and asks where their package is, I tell them what I just told you, because you should have it. You should have the tracking. If it's not in an email directly to you, which maybe check your spam or junk folder, just go back into the original invoice and it'll be there. I also do holds. So if you want to save on shipping, I can hold your items for a week. I can hold them for longer if you tell me. International customers, I can hold 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, however long you'd like. But you just have to let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to add the shipping costs to your invoice and ship it out. And you have to pay for the items, though. I can't hold them without payment. So if you want me to hold, no problem. You just have to pay for the items without the shipping cost, and I will hold, no worries. And all sales are final, and no, refunds, exchanges, none of that. All right, next is basically all my links. So before we get into that, we can do more questions.
All right. Sandra asked, what inspired your motivational emails and your podcast with Laura?
I wanted to have an email list where I can communicate with you guys, like not on a social media platform. So I was like, well, what can I offer you to get onto my email list so I can communicate with you? And I came up with a motivational newsletter, because I listen to motivational podcasts. I read motivational books. It's things that help me get through my day. So I figured I would kind of do that as like a little outlet for you guys too, which I will give you that link to sign up in a second. Oh, and then the podcast too. So Laura wanted to do the podcast. It was her idea. And I was all for it because I like the positivity, motivational aspect. and it gives us a chance to kind of hang out, and chit chat.
Girl talk.
Yeah. She's been a really good friend of mine, so it's fun.
Kathleen Sutherland asked, "Are Goodwills in New York any good? Because they're not by her."
No, New York, no. All the Thrift with Me videos that you guys see, they're not in New York. I go out to Connecticut. I drive an hour and a half one way to go to all those thrift stores that you see in my Thrift with Me videos. The thrift stores here in New York suck, at least where we are.
That's my daily commute one way.
Yeah. They're horrible. And if they are good, like down more in like the Westchester County area where it's like a little bit more wealthy, the thrift stores are pricey. The thrift stores are very expensive. So I go out to Connecticut. Yep. Hi, Lizzie. And anybody else, if I missed anybody else, I'm so sorry. Welcome and thank you for hanging out. All right, what else?
Kay Bailey asked, "Did you buy Dallas the socks?"
No, he's been okay with licking his feet. He hasn't really been doing it a lot because the irritation in between his paws has gone away. The vet had given us like this powder to like poof, poof, poof in between his toes, and his feet have been great. So it's very rare that he's licking his feet anymore. Usually it's after he has like a treat or plays with a toy or something. But thankfully, but thank you for that recommendation. But thankfully we didn't need it. Hey, John and Maria, welcome in.
Becky S asks, "Where do you want to go for your next getaway?"
Well, Greece is on the list. I want to go to Greece.
We have this year planned out already.
Yeah. So let's talk about one thing at a time. First is Georgia. So I'm going to Georgia Thursday through Sunday for a business retreat. So I am going I pay 2 coaches. One's a business coach and one is an Instagram coach and business coach. And they help me with more the back end of my business, like the systems, the programs, systems, the process, stuff like that. Implementing like actual programs and not having things like handwritten in notebooks, basically.
So I will be hosting this week's Friday purse sale.
I wish you could host a purse sale for me. I'm losing out on a lot of money this week by not doing a purse sale.
I would kill it.
But so that's first, and I think there's 6 or 7. There's 6 of us, women business owners that are attending, and then the 2 coaches. So that's going to be a 4-day like learning experience. You're going to be seeing a lot of stuff being posted on my Instagram, I'm sure, which will be under instruction.
And then in a couple weeks, we're going to Boston.
Yeah. So my birthday, we're going to go out to Boston. We've never been there. Always wanted to go.
And then in October, we're going to take a cruise to Bermuda.
Yeah. I'm just reading. Just wanted to share that giggle every time.
She's going to the state of Georgia.
Aw. Yeah. So my East Coast accent, my New York, right? Yeah. So we're going on a cruise to Bermuda in October. But yeah, Greece is definitely on the list. Nice.
And one of the guys I've become friendly with at work, one of the high ups, he actually has his family is from Greece, and he was saying the same thing. He knows a lot of places, and he'll meet me out there and show us around.
Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about Greece, so I definitely want to go there. Okay, what else?
CeeLo asked, "Why don't you wear your hair down more?"
It's long, thick, and curly, and
it takes like 3 hours.
I don't want to deal with it. I do straighten it for special occasions. I just straightened it recently for Easter. Easter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easter and your birthday. His birthday weekend and Easter, I had it straight and down. But when I'm working all day and I'm cleaning purses and I'm bending down and I'm in thrift stores, I don't want my hair touching and getting in my face, you know. And
it's been raining every day for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and New York and humidity, you know, the humidity here sucks. And it makes me really hot. So since I have such thick hair, it's literally like having like a scarf on all the time. So a scarf and like a blanket on my back.
Thank you. Yeah, we're the thick-headed ones.
Hi, Apple. Welcome in. Yeah, Team Taurus, faux show.
Nancy S. asked, how long can you still buy from a video after it's been posted?
Usually it's about 3 days. The purse videos are, you know, I pretty much have the purses here. They get put into a bin for clearance. But the jewelry, I usually, sometimes it depends on the condition of the jewelry. If it's costume, I'll either donate, I'll make a lot into it. You know, I'll make a lot of it like I've been selling in my live jewelry auctions. Like I'll make a lot. So usually the jewelry videos, maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe a week. You might be lucky to still be able to grab something, but usually it's just about 3 or 4 days.
Wiggy said, sorry for the weird question, but you both being lefties, do you guys have the same blood type?
I don't even know if you know your blood type.
I don't, because I'm terrified of needles. I can barely give blood for a physical.
Yeah, oh my gosh. He hates going for a physical because he has to give blood.
Everyone's like, but you're covered in tattoos. It's a different kind of needle. I don't like when you can feel stuff going through you. No, thank you.
When I don't have an issue with getting blood drawn, but when I got the CAT scan for my chest, they did it with and without contrast. And when they had to put the needle in for the contrast, whoa, he was fishing around in there. And that is the first time I ever got queasy, like with a needle. And I'm like, oh, I told him, like, I'm going to throw up. I'm like, you got to stop doing that.
That's me every time. They're like this, tap, tap. And I'm like, I got to start holding on to the wall and stuff.
Yeah, that was the one and only time I've ever been like, wow, now I know what people are talking about when they say they don't like needles.
They draw my blood and they're like, all right, 1 vial down. I'm like, I can't take any more. And then they're like, all right, you can get up. I'm like, I need a lollipop. I need 15 minutes. Like, yo, let me chill. I can't do this.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what his blood type is. I don't remember what mine is, honestly. Mine is the one that
universal donor.
Yeah, I can give and get blood from. I can give blood to anybody and get blood. So whatever that one is, it's O something.
Oh, negative.
I think.
No, I don't think that is that the
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's O positive or negative, I think.
My blood is red.
All right, what's next?
Pamela asked, are you planning on making a new planner for next year?
Of course. Yeah. I use my planner every day. And I will make a new one. I mean, I have it saved, so I just make like updates. And yeah, absolutely. Usually I start like reworking it around like August or September. That way I can order it, get it, make sure it's good, and then talk about it, and then get orders in. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what.
I think she meant it makes tattoos hurt really bad.
Really?
4 on the rib cage. I have nothing on my ribs. I have my chest, my back, my arm, and my legs.
I do. My ribs are done. My rib from here to my pant line. Okay, that was all the questions.
For now.
Okay, let me put in my. Oh, let me talk about Amazon and ShopMy. So I'm sure you guys know I am an Amazon affiliate. So I've been doing like Amazon hauls and Amazon try-ons, and I'll wear Amazon stuff like in my videos, and I'll link it in the comment section. And I'll give you like what I use to clean purses, to paint them, all that other stuff. You have a little sippy cup over here. Can you go put that in a glass?
No, it's not flavored in a glass.
So anyway, people have said to me, but I thought you are about sustainability and keeping things out of the landfill and selling secondhand. Yes, absolutely. Yes to all of that. However, when I thrift these things, purses, jewelry, shoes, whatever, it's only one thing. I can only thrift that one item of that one purse, right? That means only one person can buy it. So I kind of implemented Amazon into it, and now I have a Shop My, which I can link. I'm an affiliate for everything. So I can link anything in the world that is on the internet. I can get an affiliate link for it. And I do that so that everyone has the opportunity to own it. And I try to pick out things that are affordable, but that look expensive. So, you're looking great, but you're not breaking the bank. So that's kind of like how I do the Amazon. And I have now Shop My, which is what I will give you the link for now. So this is my Amazon storefront, and I'm always adding to it. And, talking about different things that I buy. And then let me get Shop My. Shop My is really new for me, so I don't have too much on there. What is this thing doing? Why can't I click on anything? What happened?
I have no idea.
Did I click out? Hold on.
No, it loaded.
Oh, my computer just had like a brain fart. Okay, because I was clicking and then I thought I lost the live. Okay, this is my Shop My. I do not make money on Instagram. I just saw that come in by Sandra. I heard that you cannot be monetized on Instagram until you have 10,000 followers.
You skipped the question.
Well, that's just because I saw it right here. It was because I just linked something and I saw it. So I only have 1,000 something, so I have a long way to go. So that's my Shop My. Amazon is free unless you have Prime. So Prime just lets you get things faster. And I think it's $130 and something a year. So it's really not expensive at all. But yeah, it does cost if you get the Amazon Prime, which gives you the fast shipping, like 1 day, 2 day.
And most of the shipping free as long as.
Oh yeah, and free shipping.
Items.
Free shipping,
so
yeah.
If you buy a lot, it's worth it. If you don't, then it's not.
Yeah. Like my whole family is on it. So like me, Kyle, my dad, my mom, my sister, we all share one account. So we're literally placing orders every day. So for that, it's worth it. Here is my bi-weekly newsletter. If anyone wants to join that, it comes out twice a month. I just saw Kay Bailey's year, so that's why I said that. Yeah, $139 a year, yes. Bi-weekly newsletter comes out twice a month. And I also talk about like YouTube events. And like for this live, I sent out a newsletter on Monday night, just reminding everybody. So yeah, you can join that if you want. I also have a channel membership, which is $1.99. And it's just to support the channel. And you get custom emojis though. So people that have like our different color in the chat, they get to use special emojis that I create. And then like it's just $1.99 to support the channel. See, it's like bugging out right now.
Your computer's broken.
It's probably because I have so many windows open. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, see, it's doing it again. All right. This is my Instagram, which I highly, highly suggest you follow me on. See, now I'm frozen. Am I frozen, guys? Oh, man. I'll have to give it a minute. Maybe I should click out of some things. Can you check on your phone? Because if I'm frozen, I can go out and come back in really fast. I'm only frozen on my end, maybe?
Yeah, only frozen on your end because I can see my hand up.
What the heck? All right, let me, I don't know what to do.
I can read the chat until it refreshes.
You know what? Let me, oh wait, I think it's okay now. What the heck? That was really weird. Okay. Weird. All right. This is my Instagram. I highly suggest you follow me over there because like I said earlier, I post on there every day. On the stories that are the bubbles on top of your homepage, I'm posting throughout the day. I show what I'm doing. I do behind the scenes. I show you sneak peeks of what's going to be in the videos. Like for Friday when I showed the Fendi and Gucci frames and sunglasses, I showed those on Instagram before you guys on YouTube even knew about it. So make sure you are following me over there. And yeah, you'll get some more content that's not here on YouTube. Aw, Tilly. All right, next, I do have a Facebook group. If anybody is on Facebook, you can join me over there. And I really don't put too much over there. I just post any video. So even on Instagram, I'll post my Instagram videos. I'll post YouTube videos just as like a reminder, like, hey, new video alert.
It's also kind of another outlet for you guys to talk to each other and ask other questions and like a little community.
Also, if videos are going to be late or if they're canceled for any reason, I always post on Instagram and Facebook like updates. Like on Monday when my jewelry video was late, I posted on Instagram and on Facebook that it was going to be late. Okay. So definitely either of those. And I think that is it for links. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and for the newsletter. So even though I email that to you, don't respond to it though, because I don't check. If you click reply, I don't check that inbox. So it'll look like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. I just don't ever check it. So
it's like a do not reply email.
Yeah, it's just for sending newsletters. This at the bottom of the screen is my only email that you guys can contact me at, for now.
So if anyone emails you from a different email than that, then
yeah,
it's not real because some people, it's the internet, they try to scam.
Yeah. So another chance resale 1@gmail.com. That is the only email that I have. No, Instagram is free. Instagram is free. I mean, my mom doesn't have an Instagram. She made an Instagram just so she can see my content. She doesn't post. She doesn't do anything. She just has it created the account so she can watch my content. So you can even do that too.
You have one lingering question.
Okay.
CeeLo asks, what % of jewelry doesn't sell, and what do you do with the leftovers?
It's hit and miss. Like some weeks, some jewelry does better than others. I would say probably 65% of the jewelry sells in videos. So now the live sales are different. Jewelry videos, I would say about 65% sell. And then whatever's left over, if it's costume jewelry, like I mentioned earlier, I will create a mystery lot out of it and sell that. Or if it's sterling, sometimes I will offer it during my live auctions because a lot of viewers have told me that they only watch my lives, and some viewers told me they only watch my videos. So sometimes I will show things on both, and the sterling during the live auctions, usually that's probably about a 90 to 95% sell. And then usually whatever's left over, I will discount it in like a jewelry video, or the next jewelry live, I will discount it, maybe start it at $1, something like that. Did I answer that good?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I answered it fully.
I think this is an ongoing thing right now that you're not releasing the information to. Did you find the lobster purse? You're going to have to stay tuned for the series.
I have 3 videos that are going to be posting this week on Instagram. So I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to spill the beans yet. So once the 3 videos on Instagram have launched, you'll see. So, but YouTube doesn't know about the lobster purse because I don't post those videos here. See, some content is only on Instagram and some content is only on YouTube.
You can follow our journey through 3 states so far.
Yeah. And mainly, like, a lot of the time I don't post stuff on YouTube because YouTube has crazy copyright laws. So if there's any type of song in the video, YouTube will not let me post it. So it's really hard for me to post. Like sometimes I don't even post the Thrift With Me videos on YouTube because there's a song playing in the store and YouTube won't allow me to post it. So it's really annoying, but that's why if you're following me on Instagram, you'll see all of it because they don't have any of that copyright crap. Yeah. I think so. One video posted today, and all these videos for the lobster bag were recorded this past Saturday when we were in Massachusetts. So one posted today, one will post tomorrow, and one will post on Thursday. I have them scheduled. All right. Let's do some more $5 credit giveaways.
And if anyone has questions, ask now.
Would I do live shows on Instagram? I would. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm not sure what I would sell, like if it would be new, like never before seen items, or if it would be clearance items, I don't know. I have tried to sell things in my stories, like do a story sale, and it doesn't work. Nobody bought anything. Hi, Christina. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. You're just in time for some giveaways. So we're going to do a couple more $5 credit giveaways. And the hashtag will be YouTube. So enter that into the chat if you want to win a $5 credit. You only have to enter it once. Right? Isn't it addicting? I mean, I went, I did a couple I ran a couple errands today, and I even went and looked again in the same stores that I looked in 4 and 5 times now.
It's like our weekend journey.
I did record just in case I found it, but because, well, I kind of just gave it
You're
away.
giving everything away.
I didn't record. I mean, I'm not good at keeping secrets. All right, let's wait a couple of seconds. Half of it is frozen. Half of my chat is frozen. So, but I can see like the beginning part.
Yeah, I have it on my phone now, so I can see.
I don't know what happened, but same rules apply, and they will expire in August. Whoever won earlier cannot win again, unfortunately. We'll do a couple of these, and then we'll probably wrap it up. I gotta do all my packing tomorrow. Packing isn't really bad. It's unpacking that's annoying. So you don't have any beaded purses, Rita? There's a bunch of different ones coming out too, that like newer ones that I've never seen before, and I gotta tell you, they're really pretty. I have a little collection now. I bought what, 3 now? I think I have 4 beaded purses.
4.
I really wish this would not be half frozen on the chat.
And then when we go, I just go buy watches.
Yeah, he likes the look at the jewelry and watches. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. It's not going away. Boo. Okay, are we all entered? Let's remove that and let's share the screen. First, let me go back and change the code word to hashtag YouTube. Okay. Oh, yes, it fixed itself. Yes. Oh, okay, Rita. Email me because I'll see which one you want, and I'll see if I can get it for you. Yeah, no problem. You can email me. Let's share screen.
Yeah, even if you're away, I pass a bunch of them on my way home. I can always stop at one and search.
All right. We have 43 entries. No, don't think that, Kathleen. Try it. Okay, let's see.
I mean, I can't even sew a button onto a jacket. I've definitely tried. I don't get it.
I had to teach them.
I can tear an engine apart.
Okay.
I can do anything. I can.
Let's see who the winner is. This is number 4, right? 4th winner of $5 credit. Who's it gonna be? Vita, congratulations. You won $5. Congrats. All right, let's do another one. $5. Winner number 5. Who's it gonna be? Winner number 5. Me, Miller. Congratulations, Megan. Congrats. You won $5 as well. Okay. And now for the grand prize winner. This drawing, the next name that I draw, will be for $13 credit, as I have reached 13,000 subscribers. So this next one is a very special win. Right? She said it won't take me to August to find another purse. Love it. Okay, so this next winner is going to be for the $13 credit, like I said, for 13,000 subscribers. So let's see who the special winner is. Drum roll.
Another chance resale.
I can't win. Oh my God. No way. You need to go get lottery tickets when you go to work tomorrow. We're going to redo that. We're going to redo it. Obviously, I can't win. All right. Who's really the winner for the $13? That was crazy.
That's hilarious that I called that.
$13 for real now. Dee Dee, congratulations. Latrell says rigged. Dee Dee's the winner. Okay, good job. All right, congrats, Dee Dee. That was really funny. All right, let me stop sharing the screen. Congratulations, Dee Dee. Stop screen. All right, so you won $13, my friend. Congrats. And yeah, so we have a handful of winners. So thank you guys. And if there's no other questions, we will wrap up. I don't know if maybe somebody put in a question and it got buried.
I have not seen any. I have it on my phone.
Okay. But thank you everybody for coming. Remember, oh yeah, we didn't show Dallas.
Here, I'll pick him up.
How are you gonna pick him up?
He can sit on the chair with me.
Be careful. He's probably gonna kick over your water or something.
Come here, poo-poo head.
Let me put this over here.
Come on, come uppies.
Thank you guys.
Come on, stop playing.
He's gonna try to pick him up. 100-pound American Bulldog. Okay, come on.
He's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, come on, Dal. You want to go out? He has to go out anyway.
Come over here. What are you doing? He does not want any part of this. Come on, Sleepy.
Hi. Maybe I can move the computer. Oh, okay, there we go. Don't show his wee-wee on camera. Here he is, the big boy. Over here, Dallas. He's like, what the heck? Aw. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, you can go down.
Thank you. Yeah, he's.
Come up, East.
Wow, look at your shirt.
I'm a little fuzzy now.
You want to go out now, Dallas?
He's shedding. It's the time. What are you doing?
All right, you guys.
At me for that?
We tried. All right, so you won't see me again until this next Monday for jewelry. I did schedule a thrift with me for Friday. So I know a couple of you guys emailed me like, what am I going to watch on Friday now? I got you. Okay. When we were in Massachusetts, we went to a Savers. So we did a little thrift with me, and it's going to upload Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. So you'll have that. And if you're on my Instagram now, during this business retreat, we're going to be posting content because that's part of the business end of it is the social media. So you'll be able to see like stuff I'm working on too there. Thank you guys for coming. I know, purse withdrawal. I'm sorry. You'll have a thrift with me at least, and you'll get to see some purses that are coming up for next week. All right. Have a great night, everybody. And I'll see you next week, unless you're on Instagram, and I'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night.